I remember sitting in my living room, staring at the bills stacked on my table, feeling completely overwhelmed. I had been working for years, yet it seemed like I was stuck in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. That's when a friend introduced me to Dave Ramsey, a man known for his straight shooting, no excuses approach to financial success. Little did I know, his advice would completely transform my outlook on money. But it wasn't just the numbers, it was the mindset, the emotional journey, and the personal growth that made all the difference. In this video, I'll share with you the 5 best pieces of money-making advice I learned from Dave Ramsey. And trust me, what you'll hear will challenge everything you thought you knew about financial freedom. 1. The power of a budget, your blueprint to financial freedom. The first thing Dave Ramsey teaches is the importance of budgeting. Now, this might sound boring at first, but let me tell you, it's the foundation of everything. Ramsey calls it a blueprint, and he's absolutely right. At first, I was skeptical. A budget, was that really going to solve my problems? Here's the catch. Most people think budgeting means limiting yourself, but Ramsey showed me that it's actually about giving every dollar a purpose. You see, I realized I wasn't broke, I was undisciplined. Once I gave my money a job to do, things started to shift. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Ramsey warns that budgeting isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. And this leads to the question, what could happen if you gave your money a mission every single month? 2. The snowball effect, how small wins lead to big success. I didn't believe it at first, but one of Ramsey's most effective strategies is his debt snowball method. It's so simple, yet so powerful. The idea is to tackle your smallest debt first, no matter the interest rate, and build momentum as you go. It sounded counterintuitive to me. Why not go after the biggest interest rate? But the emotional impact of seeing small victories was life-changing. Picture this. You pay off that first small debt. That win feels like the first domino in a long line, and you begin to believe that bigger wins are possible. But then comes the challenge. Can you keep that momentum going? Ramsey's brilliance here lies in the psychology of motivation. The question that hit me the hardest was, what's more powerful, math or motivation? And when you get that first win, you'll know the answer. 3. Live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. This one hit home. Ramsey's advice to live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else, felt harsh at first. I didn't want to cut back on eating out or downgrade my car. But here's the twist. It's not about deprivation, it's about delayed gratification. This advice challenged me to think long-term in a world that screams for short-term rewards. But here's where it gets suspenseful. Most people never make it through this phase. They get impatient. They want the results without the sacrifice. And I started to question myself. Could I be one of those people who gave up too soon? Ramsey's advice made me realize that the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. 4. Build an emergency fund. Prepare for the storm before it hits. This one is a game changer. Ramsey stresses the importance of building an emergency fund, and not just a small one, a fund that covers 3 to 6 months of expenses. At first, this seemed impossible. I thought, how am I supposed to save that much money when I can barely make ends meet? But then, life happened. One unexpected car repair later, and I saw the wisdom in Ramsey's advice. It wasn't just about having a cushion. It was about peace of mind. As I built my fund, I began to sleep easier. But the real question is, how long will you wait before the next unexpected storm hits? Will you be prepared, or will you be left scrambling? 5. Generosity is the key to wealth, the secret most people miss. This was the advice that truly changed me, not just financially, but emotionally and spiritually. Dave Ramsey teaches that generosity is the key to true wealth. At first, this seemed paradoxical. How can giving away money make me wealthier? But here's the truth. Money is a tool, not a master. Once you learn to control it, you realize that its real power lies in how it allows you to help others. I started small, donating to causes I believed in, helping friends in need, and something incredible happened. Not only did I feel more fulfilled, but my financial situation continued to improve. Ramsey's advice isn't just about making more money, it's about transforming your relationship with money. And the biggest question this raises is, are you ready to redefine wealth? Conclusion. Dave Ramsey's advice isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about transformation, both financial and personal. From learning how to budget effectively to discovering the power of generosity, each lesson challenged me to think differently about money. But here's the real takeaway. Every piece of advice is a stepping stone towards something greater: freedom, peace, and the ability to live life on your own terms. So, are you ready to take the leap? Will you apply these lessons and start your journey to financial freedom today? The choice is yours, but remember, the clock is ticking, and the opportunities are waiting. Let Ramsey's wisdom guide you, just as it did for me. Now, it's your turn. What's the first step you'll take today?